Dave Portnoy says he's sending culprits behind anti-Semitic sign to Auschwitz to learn about the Holocaust. This is what? This is the Jews thing that happened at the club. So Barstool founder Dave Portnoy announced that he will send a 2-man responsible for after Jews sign at one of his Philadelphia bars to Auschwitz to learn about the Holocaust standing. I'm sending these kids to Auschwitz. They've agreed to go. Initially furious, I'm going to make it my life's mission to ruin these people, but later opted for a teaching moment, collaborating with the New England Patriots team owner Robert Kraft, anti-hate group for the concentration camp tour. The anti-Semitic incident revealed on social media involved bottle service girls presenting the sign to a group at the bar, prompting Portnoy to fire 2 waitresses involved in Reflect. These are young effing morons who did this. They're drunk. Okay, Rob, do you want to play the clip? This is the picture of what they posted?
Yes, this is the sign that went viral over the weekend.
Okay, Rob, can you tell us what happened?
So apparently they're students from Temple that had bottle service at one of the clubs or bars that Dave Portnoy owns in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Part of the bottle service, you get this sign that you can put anything on the marquee. The people that were in that bottle service area put this on there, and then it went viral all over the internet Saturday into Sunday.
And let me ask you, Rob, is this the one where you were saying it's not computer, you have to choose the letters and put them on there?
Yeah, like if you've ever driven past like a McDonald's or where they have the sign out
Gas
front,
station,
it's the same lettering that they go and place on. So it's not a digital sign. Somebody actually had to write this out on the sign.
Got it. So it's not like a quick 15-second boom, take it down.
No, you'd have to go and find all of these letters. Then put them in. Yeah.
Okay. And let's see Dave Portnoy's. Is this his initial reaction or the second
Yes,
one?
I have his initial reaction. Here's
Pull up his
the
initial reaction. Go for it.
All right, emergency press conference time. So I'm getting ready to go to the Met Gala, and all of a sudden my phone, the last hour or two, my phone's fucking blowing up. Our bar in Philadelphia, Barstool Sampson Street, usually a great fucking bar. You know, bottle service, people buy drinks. You get a sign. There was a sign yesterday that said, fuck the Jews. I've been shaking. I've been so fucking mad for the last 2 hours. Like, I instantly got on. This is why the emergency press conference was late, because I was so over the top. It's like, I'm going to fucking make it my life fucking mission to ruin these people. Like, I'm coming to your throat. I'm never ending. And I just sat, and for the last 2 hours, I have been on the trail. Trust me, I've been on the trail. You think I'm going to put up with this shit at my bar? So I've been hunting down waitresses, the table who did it, and everything you can fucking name. Because I want fucking consequences for fucking actions. So I'm not just sitting back like, oh, what are you going to know? Trust me, I have been on it. I believe the 2 waitresses responsible for the table already fired. I talked to one of them, one of the dumbest fucking humans I've ever talked to in my life. She's at a fucking dance recital. She's like, can I call you back in 20? No fucking honey, you fucking can't. This is your one chance to talk to me. Idiot, total idiot, this girl. I've talked to the guy Mike Wade who's tagged. Guess what? He wasn't even fucking there. I had this kid basically in tears turning state witness to me, rolling on the people who were there. I've talked to one of the 2 guys who fucking did it. He's like, I'm not anti-Semitic. He's basically crying to me. And I'm just like, I don't fucking buy it for a second. Who the fuck would do that sign in my fucking bar? You think I'm just going to sit here? I'm going to make it my fucking mission to put you in the lights. My fucking mission.
All right, you can pause it right there. Okay. Adam, your thoughts on this?
I have so much to say here, but I'm going to say this as a proud Jew. I'm going to say this as someone who has a bar in South Beach. There's some videos of how easy you can just make a sign. And I'm going to say this as just someone who's a logical actor and respects all people. I don't think, I'm against, this is a shocking statement. I'm against all form of hate crimes. So imagine any other people that a sign like this going up, this is at my bar Bodega in Miami, and a person literally has to put the things in there. Happy birthday, Adam. We've all been to a bar before. It's very easily. So the person that said, hey, I want to buy a bottle, and they're going to say, what do you want on the sign? He says, F the Jews. He said that. That's how it happened. Now, I also blame the idiot servers who are like, okay, let me go ahead and do that. So It's completely ignorant, it's completely hateful, and it's completely all too common these days. Imagine if they replaced Jews with blacks or gays or Mexicans or Chinese or Muslims or Christians. The outrage of anybody. So everyone says, well, just because you're against Israel doesn't mean you're against the Jews. Really? Because that slippery slope just happened real quick. So, all right, I'm not against the Jews. I'm just against Israel. Well, no, I'm against Israel, just not the Zionists. Well, I'm not against. I'm against. Why? Maybe I am against the Jews. Boom. It's a very slippery slope. And what I will caution anybody that has never been to the Middle East, and PBD knows this better than anybody. And I've spent time in Israel and other countries around, even Jordan. The Middle East is not the Midwest. And the way that people operate in the Middle East is a lot different than in the friendly confines of America or in the EU or in Australia or in Canada. These people in the Middle East respond to strength and not weakness. If you're weak, you're dead. So as a famous Jewish philosopher has once said. So as far as Dave Portnoy, I'm fully behind Dave Portnoy. Smart guy, sharp guy, cunning guy, someone who stirs the pot and knows what the hell he's doing. So why is he sending people to Auschwitz? Well, it's actually very common. There's something called the March of the Living, where you can go walk into the streets of Auschwitz and Bergen-Belsen and different camps that many Jews died in, 6 million apparently. So I know there's a lot of Holocaust deniers. I encourage you to go. And I encourage you to go to see what happened to these actual people who were just exterminated just because they were Jewish. I'm fully behind Dave Portnoy on this. Now, my fear is that this will not change shit. The total ignorance is pervasive, and I wish these people were educated. Unfortunately, the hate is not going anywhere. So Jews just need to be strong and deal with this.
Vinny.
That's it.
Well, because I looked up ChatGPT, I'm like, who? First of all, unacceptable. Writing down the bar from the top down, from the waitress, from somebody should have been like, whoa. I don't care what race they come from. They should have said, absolutely not. I don't give a shit how much money this guy is spending, how much bottle service. And Rob, because I ChatGPT, I was like, who's the guy that was there? And this is what ChatGPT and what name is floating around. This is allegedly, this is not us saying that it's him, but the name floating around is Mohammed Adnan Khan, Khan, and the middle name is Adnan. This is, again, the name floating around who allegedly bought the bottle and handed it off right before. I might be wrong. Am I right?
I think you're actually right. I think he goes by Mo
Is this
Khan.
the guy? Is this the guy, Rob?
M.O. Khan.
According to Temple News, which is where they're saying he's a student at, that is who they identify as being responsible.
Okay,
for
so
this.
that's them saying it, and the one thing that I took from this too, from me, dude, all the things that we're taught, that we're not taught, we're told about all the races, Tom, and all the, Trump loving MAGA, everybody's racist, and it's all, you think this should be something then from their point of view down south, and this should be happening down in no, this is happening where? Philadelphia, right? The most liberal. These are the places, Adam, that I think it's almost welcome. Like, it's cool to do it, and I think it makes me laugh that it's not where they say all these racists really are, and all these MAGA and Trump people. It's always happening in places like this. It's always happening in places like Harvard, and it's like, when are they going to step up and actually do something about it? The fact that they did that and they recorded it and they put it out, and nobody said shit. Come on, man.
Just to validate what you're saying, Dave Portnoy put this out there on his Instagram. So I know you're saying this is allegedly who it is. We can confirm. But
That's
this is
him
from
saying.
Dave Portnoy's Instagram, Stool Presidente.
Introducing Mo Khan.
Mohammed Khan.
So this
He's
is
the
him
one
saying that he did it.
He's the one
Okay.
that videoed F the Jews. Signed
And
the
I don't know. Listen,
Yeah.
and
he said this literally here. He said, I spoke with him yesterday, and he took 100% responsibility for his actions with his buddy, and we agreed on a learning trip to Poland, and hopefully as the teaching moment. That's for the March of the Living.
Yeah.
However, the next post was the following, Rob. He said, well, no, actually, this is also Mo Khan. We asked him today about this post. He said he'd have to speak with his parents about it. Long story short, this 21-year-old child is taking zero accountability for his actions. His trip to Poland has been revoked. Whatever ramifications come his way is 100% earned. And there's a post apparently where he made a joke. Throw a quarter on the ground, find a Jew. By the way, I've heard that joke a million times. I got no problem with that joke. These are jokes. When we start canceling people because of jokes, that's where we have a problem. But when you start putting a sign, F the Jews, where is it acceptable for any other race, ethnicity, religion to hold up a sign? And I think people are saying you can't criticize the Jews. I'm seeing a lot of criticism.
And this is where this is why I think it is, guys. And this is where this whole thing has exploded. Okay, you can be critical of any government, our government, including Israel, okay? That's fine. But the moment you go into the people, like I was in during 9/11 and George Bush, that's one of the main reasons I left. And my attitude was anti-him, anti-Bush Jr., anti-Rumsfeld, anti-Cheney, all right? What they did to me, they deserve to be in prison, if not treasonous, the death penalty for what they did, and they lied to us and the people that died. That doesn't equate to F America and F this and no. That's the problem. You can be critical towards a nation and their government, but the moment you start going F the Jews and it's a bar and it's that type of shit, I'm anti that.
Tom.
I'm not for it.
I have nothing. I'm not going to repeat anything that's been said. I just have a question. If you were in that bar that night, where were you? If you were across the bar and say, hey, look at that sign over there, where were you? If we're not a nation of standards and of people that will stand for principles, then there are things that are going to happen around you, they're going to grow around you, that are going to grow up around you. And if you're just happy to sit at your table and not walk across and be a person of principle, where were you? That's the question I have. Where were the other people in that bar? I would not have been in a bar in a VIP section, but if it was like a lounge area, restaurant or somebody where I might be sitting there waiting for a table or something, and I saw that, I would ask the manager, what is up with that? Why is that there? And so where were the coworkers? Where were the bartenders? Where were the patrons? Where was the manager? Where was everybody else while this was going on? Where were you? And this, I believe, in a little way, is a shining light on what is becoming America as we slide toward, a nation that, what are your principles and what will you stand up for? And what will you walk across the street to say, I'm not standing for that and I can't have this. So that's my question today is where were those that were around?
Can I ask you three a question? And I'm so unemotional about this stuff at this point.
Question, though, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm so unemotional about this because I'm just so used to it at this point. If you were in a bar and you saw a sign that said F the Christians or F the Assyrians, what would you do?
There would be a problem, or we would leave.
Probably more of a problem with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
so when you
grabbing
say,
the sign.
Say there would be a problem, how would you approach it?
First of all, you're not going to find me at a bar at this age because I would do something. That's why I avoid places like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we're at the Derby and we're leaving at the end, this drunk guy comes up and pulls my hand. Hey, we have to do business together. I have a problem with being in places where people are drunk and do stupid things. Because if you cross the line of disrespect, you almost have to do something. But at the same time, you got 4 kids. You also got to make the responsible decision.
Mm-hmm. What would you do, Vinny?
If I saw
it could be at a bar, it could be at a restaurant, any place where people can basically do this kind of thing.
By the way, I'm grabbing that sign, and I'm not. Pat has a little bit more temperament than me because he has way more to lose than me. I'm grabbing the sign. But he says a great question. If you were at that bar, what are you doing at that bar? By the way, I don't have to be a Jewish person. If I see that, by the way, you're all on camera. I'm grabbing that shit. I'm grabbing that I'm gonna grab that sign. Like, yo, what the hell are you guys doing? What are you nuts?
I think.
What are you nuts? You guys even know where the hell you are right now? Like you're at a Jewish guy's bar. Number one, number two. What? Like, what would you do if you were at that bar?
Let me tell you, if it was F the Jews, F the Muslims, F the Mexicans, F the Christians, F the blacks, I would get up and say, dude, what are you doing right now? I wouldn't fight the person. I would stand for what's right. For you to just call out an entire community, an entire ethnicity, entire religion, and you'd be that selfish and that hateful and that vengeful, something needs to be said. I would do it for any other ethnicity out there, not just the Jews. And that's what I think needs to be understood, is that call out ridiculous, absurd hatred, whatever it is.
Yeah, and the other part is with Portnoy. Portnoy made it clear where he stands. He did the same thing at the UFC fight with who was fighting? Bryce Mitchell was fighting.
Yeah.
Bryce
when
Mitchell
he got
was
up
fighting.
and put the yarmulke on and started screaming.
And had that
By the
was
way,
Israel
that's
flag.
where his conviction lies. If that's where his conviction lies, you got to respect it. The fact that he's willing to get loud and make noise about it. To me, it's purely with respect side. When every once in a while you make a comment about, Sarah, what's her name? Huckabee,
one comment about her.
some of the stuff's like, hey, we have to tone it down. No, it's been multiple comments that's been made. I say lead with respect. When you cross the line like that, we have a problem. Mm-hmm. And but again, it's good for him to call it out, and the market can react to it any way they want to.
It's not like the guy said F Israel's war or F Bibi Netanyahu. He's saying F this entire religion. And it's becoming all too common and acceptable. And nobody with their right mind would stand for this. Imagine doing that. F the Muslims or F Allah. What have we seen happen
but also,
when you do that?
Let me tell you.
We know what happened.
Also can't
Charlie
say
Hebdo.
you also can't say F the Jew. You can't. Don't act like they're also not protected.
What do you mean?
No, you also can't
Protected?
say that. You also can't say F the Muslims. I put those two as very similar. So I don't want to, I'm going to play a little bit of the other side to say, as inappropriate as it is, those two you can't do. Christians always get shots taken at them. Are you kidding me? Halloween. What is Halloween all about? Go ahead and dress like Muhammad on Halloween. See what happens to you. Go ahead. How many people make fun of Jesus on Halloween?
up as a
What are we
mouthful.
talking about? No, that happens a lot. I think the one that they do the most is Christians. Because you earlier mentioned the fact that one of the things I don't ask for anymore is what? Tolerance. No. But this is not a very common thing. This is why the reaction was the way that it is. And rightfully so to go to a place like this. But I think there's two places you can't go. The same with Muslim, although more and more people are feeling a little bit more comfortable with that because they're seeing what's happening to London. They're seeing what's happening to Dearborn, Michigan. And they're starting to realize, hey, man, if your argument is so good, make the communities you move into better. Is it getting better? If it is, keep talking about it. Is business getting better? Is unemployment going lower? Is the place safer? Do other religions and ethnicities feel safer being there? Or no? If not, you lose the argument, which is kind of what you said earlier.
Yeah. I mean, and listen, I have Muslim friends, so this is not an attack on anything with Islam. But show me rallies where tons and tons of Muslims are there where they're cheering for the United States. Go ahead, show me. Show me that. Show me ones where they're not burning the flag.
You won't see many of them. Yeah,
Bingo.
You won't see many of them. You will not see many of them. But America is starting to realize you have to be very careful. We had a conversation about this at the Derby.
Yep.
You and I and Tico early in the morning, if you remember this. And
Hey,
we even brought
Tom
it
got
up to
involved too.
Tom got involved as well. Even Alper got involved into it. We played this last week. Anyways, gang, couple things I want to do before we wrap it up. One, for some of you guys that are local, we have a hiring event for David Consulting for Thursday.
Wow.
This is a salary job, okay, for consulting, and it's sales with benefits. If you're somebody who is qualified, okay, who has 5 years of experience with sales, you've done consulting, you have an MBA, apply there. Rob, can you put the link below in the comment section so people can go to it? It'll be Thursday. Somebody from the team will reach out to see if you do qualify to come through to the property, and we'll give you a tour of the property, and there will be interviews done in the hangar. So if you're somebody that qualifies, apply your resume there. The team will get back to you, and details will be given to you as well. And last but not least, before we wrap up, we announced 2 months ago that moving forward, just like YouTube gives plaques when you cross 100,000 subs, just like Shopify gives you things, so does Monect. And we have the first 2 Monect experts, influencers that cross 5,000 Monects. One of them I have here, which is the red Monect plaque that goes out to put on your desk. The first one goes to Thomas Ellsworth,
Tommy.
brother,
Boy.
right
Thank
here,
The
5,000
biz doc.
plus Monects. Tom, that's going to go with all the deal toys that you have on your wall. And the other one that we have that crossed 5,000 Monects is the one and only Vincent
Let's go, baby.
Oshana, my man.
go.
Vincent
There you go.
Oshana. Tom Ellsworth.
Go, Vinny, go.
To all the people that use Menect, man, I absolutely am in love with this app.
Where's
And
your
there's so many great things that's coming with it. There's so many great things that's coming with it. A lot of new updates. Menect is about to go into 140 countries here in the next few weeks. We got a massive, massive update to be announced. And a couple of the guys that won the contest for Menect, one of them was Zeus.
Zeus was there.
Zeus came up to the Derby. We got him a ticket. And Timothy Ryan.
Tim Ryan.
Timothy. You mean Timothy.
Tim was there. Tim Ryan
Ryan.
was there hanging out at the Derby. We had a phenomenal experience.
awesome.
Lindy Lee's been crushing it. You got Andy Elliott that crushed it, although last month Timothy Ryan beat Andy Elliott. Terrence Howard, DJ Shipley, Anna Kasparian's officially on Menect if you want to ask her questions. There's a lot of good things going on Menect. Excited about what's going on there. It's growing. It had the biggest month again in the month of April. Circles are growing. And if you watch this podcast yourself and you want to be involved in the circle, so all the notes we get, you get as well. And all the exchange and the debates and the conversations, go join Menect Circles, PBD Podcast. The QR code is there. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.